cuts. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. I can't do that because Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he has 7 TV shows. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Right.
They have all the assets and resources and we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't.
Wow.
These shortcut takers, they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out.
That's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away.
Katt Williams is back shaking the entire industry again. And this time, he's going straight for Beyoncé, accusing her of being connected to multiple mysterious deaths and even claiming she kept certain bodies hidden inside her mansion for dark, ritualistic purposes. This isn't just gossip anymore. It's straight up chilling. These celebrities move in ways that make you question everything, because at this point, it feels like there's nothing they wouldn't do to protect their power or climb even higher. Jaguar Wright already risked everything when she sat down with Pi Morgan and dropped those same shocking claims. She literally put her life on the line just to tell what she knew. And remember, Beyoncé and Jay-Z allegedly tried to silence her fast, threatening lawsuits to make sure her story never saw the light of day. But now,
Kiss Jay-Z romantically?
No. No, I can't answer that. I can't answer that.
Oh, she's touching him up the neck! Look! You see?
Why do people not want to let the Jay-Z blue Cantrell thing go?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're about 25.
Why, he needs somebody younger than that?
At the end of the day, yeah.
Why did you say that?
Because I think at the end of the day, a younger, less savvy to the ways of the world broad.
Somebody a little bit more naive.
Katt's talking loud, and he's not holding back. And listen, what he's saying makes Jaguar's revelations look like the warm-up. He's not just talking about ruined careers or shady disappearances. He's describing how it all supposedly went down, and the way he tells it will leave you stunned. The level of detail, the things he's claiming happened behind those closed doors. It's beyond disturbing. So let's talk about it. Who exactly are these 12 bodies Katt Williams says Beyoncé is connected to? And where is she supposedly hiding them for those dark rituals?
I know she was attractive, but been riding with you for 12 years. Why did I deserve to be treated this way by you?
The claims sound insane, but this rumor's been floating around the industry for years, and the crazy part is, Beyoncé has never spoken on it. That silence alone has people thinking there's more to the story than meets the eye. Word on the street is, many of the people she's accused of taking out either got too close to Jay-Z or were real competition for her crown. Some insiders say that when Beyoncé feels threatened, professionally or personally, people suddenly start fading out of the spotlight, and their careers mysteriously collapse overnight.
White's life was taken unfairly. She actually died screaming. And the Carters are responsible. But one of them is just a little more responsible than the other. Question is, did Sean Carter delete his mistress, his pregnant mistress, because his wife was jealous? Or could it be possible that maybe his wife's temper is just a little worse than most people think, and maybe he just had to clean it up to protect the brand's sake? I mean,
One of the first alleged victims, Blue Cantrell. Back in the early 2000s, Blue was that girl. Top of the charts, record labels fighting over her, the kind of star power that could have rivaled Beyoncé's rise. But then, things got ugly fast. After Blue dropped her second album, Bittersweet, in 2003, the exact same year Beyoncé launched her solo career, her momentum vanished almost instantly. And get this, whispers at the time claimed Blue and Jay-Z had been getting way too friendly behind Beyoncé's back. Once those rumors hit the air, Blue's whole career seemed to crumble like it was erased on purpose. Beyoncé didn't even bother hiding the shade. She literally referenced Jay-Z and Blue Cantrell's alleged fling in her own song, Signs. In the lyrics, she says, "I was in love with a Sagittarius. I wish he was a Virgo, the same sign as me, and know how to show me love, cause I've been hurt by a Pisces."
Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia.
So, Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress,
yeah,
who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book, Bling, and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the fuck was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is fucking you. And the boss's boss don't get no... Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the fuck you go when you get f***ed over by the industry? Nowhere. That's where you go, nowhere. Which is where people like me step in. You right, I go to Diddy parties. To walk mother out! Cause ain't nobody stopping me when I come. You, Sean.
Hey, man.
Weirdo.
Oof.
I don't get no what you got in your head, that neural link. You'll never outthink me. Ever. All I do is frustrate your AI. You can't quantify me. You can't even control your wife. You gonna handle a bitch like me. You can't even control that goofy bitch. You should have done a better job. Maybe she wouldn't have had to lose her mind on Kathy. Cause you ain't protecting you. You're protecting her. Wonder why?
And here's the wild part. Jay-Z is a Sagittarius, and Blue Cantrell is a Pisces. That's not just a coincidence. That's a lyrical bullet aimed with precision. After that, Blue's life spiraled fast. According to TMZ, she claimed her life was in danger, running through the streets in total panic, saying someone was trying to finish her off. Witnesses said she was screaming about being poisoned with gas, terrified out of her mind, until police stepped in and took her in for a psychological evaluation. This wasn't just a meltdown. It felt like a breakdown triggered by something bigger. The report described Blue as running wild through Santa Monica at 2 a.m., ranting about invisible threats and people plotting against her. It was heartbreaking and eerie all at once. People who knew her said she wasn't crazy. She was scared for her life. And guess what? Blue wasn't the only one who allegedly felt Beyoncé's wrath. Another singer who crossed paths with her, Mia, supposedly ended up facing the same mysterious downfall. Mia was on top of her game, charting hits, flawless vocals, and a real threat to anyone in R&B at the time. But the moment Beyoncé stepped into the picture, everything changed.
Publicly, Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's
Potentially, do you think there could be?
thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about. Change is now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
Word spread that Mia allegedly got too close to Jay-Z after their fiery collaboration on Best of Me, Part 2. And that was enough to put her straight on Beyoncé's radar. That song between Mia and Jay had chemistry that jumped right through the speakers, and fans instantly started whispering that their connection wasn't just musical. Rumors of a secret fling started flooding the scene, and not long after, Mia's career mysteriously started to fade away. Coincidence? People don't think so. Fast forward to 2014, and Beyoncé herself seemed to fan those flames again. During a live performance of her song Resentment, she didn't just sing it. She changed the lyrics. The original lines were emotional, but harmless. Yet Beyoncé switched them up, saying, "I know she was attractive, but I was here first, boy. Been riding with you for 12 years. Why did you do this to me? I'm not that crazy, B." That whole situation exploded right around the same time TMZ dropped that infamous elevator footage, the one showing Solange going off on Jay-Z while Beyoncé just stood there, calm as ever. That clip broke the internet, and instantly fans started connecting dots. Was that fight about Jay's alleged affair with Maya? The timing was way too suspicious. Then things got even messier.
The shocking allegations levelled at Sean Diddy Combs have burst the floodgates on salacious claims about an industry many people believe harboured a monster. Understandably, the internet's ablaze with claims about these events and whether other powerful figures were involved too. But last week I interviewed Jaguar Wright, a singer-songwriter who's made claims about Diddy for years. Those claims had already received a lot of attention in the media across many platforms for many years. And that's the thing about platforms. The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as they have something to say that other people want to hear. That's why we invited her on to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine. Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyoncé during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyoncé.
A so-called insider from Beyoncé's own camp reached out to Media Takeout with an exclusive bombshell, claiming Beyoncé had discovered that Jay-Z hooked up with Mia right after they recorded Best of Me, Part 2. The article was up for just a few hours before mysteriously disappearing, deleted without explanation. But by then, it was too late. The rumor had already spread like wildfire. The whispers got so bad that Mia had to speak up herself. She clapped back hard, saying, "Never did, never was, never will." Illegitimate, thirsty sources with no facts. That's the media for you, especially today. She went on to say she pays her own bills, runs her own label, and doesn't play second to anybody. She made it clear she respects herself, her faith, and marriage too much to ever get caught up in something like that. But even with that statement, the damage was already done. According to her manager, Mia started getting blackballed from the industry. Shows canceled, deals frozen, and even death threats from Beyoncé's fan base. At first, the whole thing seemed ridiculous, just another wild rumor floating around. But then, the diehard fans took it way too far. Some of them started sending real threats, and that's when things turned dark. Mia didn't even care about the gossip at first, but once the hate started pouring in and affecting her safety, she had no choice but to speak up and defend herself. And just when that storm began to cool down, another artist found herself caught in Beyoncé's alleged crossfire, Rita Ora. 2 years later, Rita became the next woman accused of getting too close to Jay-Z, and the fallout was instant. Beyoncé didn't even try to hide her feelings. She blasted the situation straight through her music. In her song, Sorry, Beyoncé sang, "Looking at my watch, he should have been home. Today, I regret the night I put that ring on. He better call Becky with the good hair." Everyone knew that line wasn't random. It was a warning shot. Fans immediately started digging, and all fingers pointed to Rita Ora. The timing didn't help either.
The number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job. The cabal, it's a consortium. They rock with who they rock with, and they don't with who they don't. When I walk in a room, heads go down. Behind my back, I'm nothing. I'm just a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous. But in my face, no, no, no. The king has walked in and they have to respect it only because I've not taken the shortcuts.
Rita was signed to Jay-Z's Rock Nation. And not long after, she posted a Snapchat pic wearing a lemon-printed bra, right after Beyoncé dropped Lemonade, and a necklace with the letter J. That was all it took. The internet went nuclear, and Beyoncé's fan base came for her hard. But here's the thing. If you thought that was bad, just wait till you hear what happened to the others who allegedly got tangled in Beyoncé's web of revenge. And then there's the most chilling rumor of them all. The one about Beyoncé allegedly taking someone out because of Jay-Z. This story shook fans to the core, especially after her recent album Cowboy Carter dropped. On that record, she included a haunting track called Daughter, and the lyrics had people thinking she might have just confessed to something dark, the rumored death of Jay-Z's alleged pregnant mistress, Kathy White. The song's lyrics painted a brutal picture. Your body laid out on these filthy floors. Your bloodstains on my custom couture bathroom attendant. Let me write in. She was a big fan. I really tried to stay cool, but your arrogance disturbed my solitude. Now I ripped your dress and you're all black and blue. Look what you made me do. That's not subtle. That's sinister. Fans were quick to connect the dots, especially since Kathy's death was ruled a brain aneurysm. Yet the timing and circumstances never sat right with people. It all felt too convenient, too clean. And when Jaguar Wright, who's been dropping insider bombs for years, spoke on it, she flat out claimed that Jay and Beyoncé were involved. Jaguar said there's no way Kathy's passing was natural, insisting that both Jay-Z and Beyoncé allegedly had her handled once the pregnancy rumor surfaced. As if things couldn't get any wilder, Jaguar Wright came back with even heavier claims that sent shockwaves through the internet. In a later interview, she didn't just point the finger at Beyoncé for allegedly being tied to Kathy White's death. She dropped another bombshell saying Beyoncé faked her entire pregnancy. According to Jaguar, Blue Ivy might not even be Beyoncé's biological child. She claimed that Blue could actually be the baby Kathy was carrying when she allegedly passed away. That's one of the most explosive accusations ever made against the Carters. And remember that Pi Morgan interview that had Beyoncé and Jay-Z fuming? Jaguar did that just last year, and this time she went all in. She didn't hold back for a second. Jaguar accused the couple of being involved in several people's mysterious deaths, even bringing up Aaliyah's tragic plane crash and hinting it wasn't just an accident. She said powerful people in the industry made sure that certain stories never reached the public eye. But she didn't stop there. Jaguar went as far as claiming that Jay-Z and Beyoncé allegedly poured millions of dollars into the downfall of R. Kelly and Diddy. Not out of morality, but to destroy any evidence that could connect them to the same dark circles those men were caught in. She said the Carters were cleaning house before the authorities could start connecting dots. When Jaguar first dropped those wild claims, most people brushed her off like she was just chasing headlines. She didn't come with receipts, no documents, no recordings, nothing concrete. It looked like she was just throwing accusations out there and daring the world to believe her because, well, she's Jaguar right? At first, folks laughed it off. But then things started to shift when Beyoncé and Jay-Z actually reacted. For the first time ever, the Carters didn't just ignore the noise. They allegedly threatened to sue Jaguar and Pi Morgan, the host who gave her the platform. That's when the internet went from "she's lying" to "wait a minute, why are they panicking?" Because think about it. If what Jaguar was saying was truly nonsense, why even bother responding? Why send legal threats at all? That move alone made people stop and look twice. It was the first time Beyoncé and Jay-Z had ever acknowledged any of these dark rumors publicly, and it totally backfired. Instead of shutting things down, it made everyone believe Jaguar might have actually been telling the truth, or at least brushing dangerously close to it. And now, it looks like Katt Williams has stepped straight into the fire too, because word on the street says he's been spilling major behind-the-scenes tea about Beyoncé. According to insiders, Katt's been calling her out for allegedly being the reason so many women in the industry suddenly vanished from the spotlight after crossing paths with her or Jay-Z. He claims it's not a coincidence that every single one of them fell off right after getting too close, and he swears the full truth will come out soon. Nobody can say for sure if this new insider info is 100% real, but one thing's clear. Katt has never had a single nice word for Beyoncé or Jay-Z. He's been on their necks for years. And if you remember that infamous interview he did with Shannon Sharpe last year, he didn't hold anything back. He straight up hinted that both of them sold their souls for power and influence in the industry. As always, the internet had plenty to say, and the reactions were explosive. One comment read, "Katt called it. 2024 is the year all secrets come out. I just pray God brings every single one of them down." But honestly, I'm disgusted that all these people speaking now knew the truth for years. They're only talking because they're scared. Demons will always demon. Whew, that's some heavy energy right there. Another person wrote, "Aaliyah was a triple threat. She could sing, dance, and act. I've always said if Aaliyah was still alive, Beyoncé wouldn't be where she is today." And that comment alone had thousands of people agreeing, saying the timing, the fame, and the power shifts in the early 2000s all started to make way too much sense. But now I want to hear your take. What do you really think about Katt Williams accusing Beyoncé of being behind the mysterious downfalls of so many women in the industry? Do you think there's truth to it, or is it all just celebrity madness gone too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this conversation is only getting hotter. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so you don't miss the next bombshell. Click here to watch our next messy deep dive. You won't believe what's coming next.